Hey, my name is David. This is my story. For a huge chunk of my life, I struggled with people pleasing. So, people pleasing is literally it's a personality trait or it's a character or it's a type of behavior that puts the need of others above oneself, but in an unhealthy way. So, you keep on taking blame. You can't voice your opinion frankly. You apologize excessively. You literally trying to fit in. All you do is everywhere you go, you are literally trying to fit in, whether it's in different social settings, at school, at home, and you end up become a fake version of what one can be. So in a different social setting, people will know you as this guy, and when some school they can't recognize the guy they met outside of school or even church. When growing up, you go to church, you know that okay, cool. In order for me to fit in this setting, I need to be this type of person, and in order for some friends to accept me, I need to behave a certain way. And when I will go back home, in order for my parents or my siblings to accept me, I need to be this type of person. And it creates a sort of split, I would say, in the soul because now you have so many personalities and they all colliding, and none of them are truly yours because again, you become a sort of quote unquote a master actor. All you do is acting um, by putting the needs of others above yours, and it can be quite draining at the end. It can create sort of a burnout, and at the end of the day, in trying to fit in, you find yourself alone because nobody truly knows you. And when you take a certain personality that you have in a certain setting, you take that personality in another setting, all of a sudden people either don't recognize you or people now are in a way shocked. They're like, oh, are you like that? So to bring it home, at I would say reaching university, that's when it became really obvious that hey, look, you cannot be having all this personality colliding because at the end of the day, who are you really? You end up looking at yourself in the mirror and you're like, okay, cool. This is not really the type of person that I am. Who is this guy? So you end up not recognizing yourself because let's say your friends say, "Oh, cool, let's go party." You like you like reading and you like your books and you like a nice quiet night home, but you find yourself outside at midnight because one friend or one person say that you should go out, and you're like, "Okay, cool. If I don't go out, or if I say that I want to stay home and read." They will say you're a geek and you don't want to be called a geek, or maybe a geek it's a bad thing, which is actually not. So you end up going places that you don't really like, doing things that you don't really agree with, just for people to accept you. And again, going back home after XYZ has happened, you feel a sense of there's a void, and that void always needs to be filled, and you end up filling that void with the wrong things. Maybe you had a peak of adrenaline from a certain experience, so you end up going back to that experience, and the people you attract to you are not necessarily the people you can relate to. There are people you're trying to, again, please, again, that same word, people pleasing. So you end up becoming a cycle. You do something that you don't like to please someone that you don't necessarily like, and you end up not liking yourself. So it becomes a cycle, and it can only go so far at the end of the day. You can only live with that so far. And what really helped me, what saved me, is really meeting people who talk to my core. And one of those person was Jesus. He really talks to your core. He really comes to your core. Because the truth of the matter is everybody's going through a lot of things. So you never really, when you seek validation in people, that's a recipe for disaster. It really is a recipe for disaster because at the end of the day, you may end up expecting other people to be just like you want them to be. And it's seeing how it creates a burnout or a split in them makes you actually realize that, oh, I've been asking them to be a certain way for me, which doesn't work for them. But the reality is, it's because I've been doing this for other people and they don't even see it. In fact, you come to realize that people want to know the authentic you, your authentic self. And this facade that you keep putting on does not work for others, does not work for you, and in really any settings, The truth of the matter is, not everybody will like you. Even if you're the nicest guy on earth, not everybody will like you. And you need to fall in love with your strengths and weaknesses. And that's really the part that talked to me where I'm like, okay, cool. I need to fall in love with me first before anybody else can fall in love with me. And to know that Jesus, as high as he is, fell in love with me, loved me before I was even formed. He already loved me. That reality really talk to me in a way that I've never really considered it. And to me, coming out of people pleasing for me was the solution is and was and will always be finding my identity in Christ and walking in that identity and realizing that, hey, look, I can love my head, I can love my voice, I can love my tone, I can love my body, I can love me to the core. And finding that truth really liberated me. Really, it's like a burden that coming off of your shoulder that you know that okay, cool. I don't need to put that facade on. I can be my best self with all my strengths and weaknesses. And Jesus loved me like that. I'm loving myself like that. And the way I'm gonna live life right now is to better myself every day, even if it's 1%. So this is my story, the truth about people pleasing. Thank you.